on her way. She just texted me, said she was running away.
Joe said he'd be back.
Yeah.
Forrest, can you put this down and read this one?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Why is there a line for the principal clerk?
Well, I didn't even look at that. I only read the first 3 pages. No, I read more than the first 3 pages. I read down until I got to that. Then I didn't go any further. Is that, Ryan Gumbart's wife?
Which one?
The GM?
Principal clerk? Why is there a line for principal clerk in the budget?
That's usually number.
That's what I thought. Is our audit done?
Almost.
Almost. Will it be done before you leave?
Potentially, I don't know. They're currently, we have the draft audit. They're looking the loans that we extended to ourselves when we purchased equipment
Okay.
into the operating budget, so the treasurer and the auditors are just adjusting that.
Okay. I was just curious.
Joe said that he's about a minute away.
Tell me to drive faster. Yeah, when he comes through, drive faster next time. Sorry. Yeah. Because it's not closed. She had to remind me that it was at 6 o'clock. Very good.
How are you? I think it's 82 in Claremont and it's 72 here.
Wow. No, I didn't.
Okay, it is 6:03, everybody's here now. Joe, you need a minute?
Just get a piece of paper, that's it.
What's that?
Yep.
All right, I'll call the meeting to order. 6:04, please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It doesn't have excuse me? It doesn't have it doesn't have agenda review on here, but if you look at items 4 and 5 are executive session. They're listed separately. I don't want to go in and out and in and out, which that would require in that order. So what I'd like to do is just announce that we're going into an executive session to handle two issues. One VSA 313.1, Section 3, interim town manager, and one VSA 313.1A, town manager search. So when we do go into executive session, we're going to vote to go into executive session one time. We're going to have 2 items on our agenda in executive session. No action can be taken by the board in regards to either of these topics in executive session. So I'll be handling that way when we get there. Number 3 on the agenda is 130 Maple Street project award. Is that you or Ray?
Did the board have an opportunity to review the memo?
I did.
No. At all that time, no. Where's the memo?
Online.
It's online, it's also in your packet. I can go through it.
In which packet? This packet?
It's online, so it would be on your iPad.
Okay.
Oh,
Hopefully we plug this thing and charge it.
Mine's dead.
The recommendation is for the board to authorize the town manager to execute a contract with Summit Contracting LLC for the demolition and site stabilization of the property located at 130 Maple Street in Perkinsville in the amount of $128,695. As you know, the town was awarded a Vermont Department of Public Safety Hazard Mitigation Flood Resilient Communities Fund grant in the amount of $343,263 for the acquisition and mitigation of the property located at 130 Maple Street. The grant agreement identifies the project as a developed property buyout, including acquisition of the property, demolition of all structures, and conversion of the site to open space. The grant provides funding with no local match requirement, resulting in the project being funded at 100%. Even so, because the threshold exceeds $20,000 in the purchasing policy, it requires us to come to the board for this approval. So we did advertise an RFP. We got one bid, and that's from Summit Contracting LLC in the amount of $128,695. So a recommended motion. Again, this is 100% grant funds. It's not coming from any local operating budgets or reserve funds. The recommended motion is to move to authorize the town manager to execute a contract with Summit Contracting LLC in the amount of $128,695 for the demolition and site stabilization of 130 Maple Street in Perkinsville, Vermont, utilizing the funds provided through the Vermont Department of Public Safety Hazard Mitigation Flood Resilient Communities Fund grant.
Do I hear that motion?
I make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. You'll enter that language into the record.
Yes.
You just did, you read it into the record, but.
I'll read it if you want me to read it.
Oh, you got it all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You don't have to.
That's it.
It's okay.
It's
He did.
recorded there, so.
Yeah. No, you're good. I just wanted to make sure that that was the fact, that we had it exactly as it was. Okay. Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any discussion on the motion?
I have two questions.
Sure.
Was this the only bid that we received?
Yes.
And is there a timeline that I missed somewhere of when this is going to happen? And when it's to be completed by?
Timeline?
The hope is to have it completed by October.
When are they starting?
I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet, because they haven't been awarded.
They haven't been
So-
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's all right. Some people, sometimes it's in the bids, and they ask for a start
Right,
date and stuff, and this one in particular did not. We did have 2 people show up for the site visit, only 1 person produced a bid.
Gotcha. Okay. So by October is our hope?
That's our hope, yes.
Okay, thank you.
And that's the state of Vermont's hope, because they want to close it out.
Joe?
Are there any contingencies if this goes over budget? Or is it the amount, that's it, period?
So it's the amount. If there's any adjustments, that would be between the town and the grantor. So we would discuss it at that time if there's any need for change orders.
But it would still be able to be covered underneath the grant though?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we wouldn't exceed, we wouldn't put the burden on the local tax dollar considering the grant.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
This has probably outside the scope of this discussion, but it says that the grant was $343,263. I assume a portion of that has been already consumed in asbestos abatement and
Yes,
all
it
the
has.
previous work that's gone into this. Is this $128,000 going to use that up, or what do we have for a balance in that grant?
There'll still be a balance. However, the balance has to be used for this project. So you can't shift the remaining grant funds to something else in the town. We will provide a reconciliation.
So that should help if there's any overruns. or-
Awesome.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's, I was just looking for some sort of contingency in case something happened.
That should understand.
The grant was designed with that in mind. They didn't know how much the house was going to cost to buy, or how much asbestos there was going to be, removal and all that. So they have a lot of extra. We actually spent a little bit more on an engineer because we have it's a pretty weird slope culvert under the road and under the house. They're going to deal with. So there is a contingency.
Awesome.
I'm assuming the site plans and all that are in the town's possession.
Yes.
Just fine. I have no more questions.
Rika, any
No
questions?
questions?
Kelly, any questions?
No?
Anything further? Ray, you're all set with everything you have to solve?
They've done this kind of work before, so they are familiar with the whole process, and there's a lot of steps to it. Being federal and state funding, you have to be really careful about the well, the septic, and all that, and they're fully aware of that. And their bid reflects that. I think that's why the second person backed out, because they weren't familiar with it, and when they realized how much there was, they didn't bid.
Actually, I have a question, okay?
Okay.
What happens to all the debris? That doesn't go through our transfer station, does it?
No, it's all part of the bid. They dispose of it.
Oh, it's, okay. Great.
Any other questions? Okay, there is a motion on the floor. The motion is in the record to allow the town manager to execute a contract with Summit Contracting LLC for a total of $128,695. There's more language that is in the actual motion. That is the gist of the motion for voting purposes at this time. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? And the full language of the motion is in the record and can be viewed. The motion carries, it's unanimous. Do I hear a motion to go into executive session to discuss two items? 1 VSA section 313(1), parentheses 1(3), interim town manager, and 2, 1 VSA 313(1)A, town manager search. Those are two separate items that will be discussed separately in executive session with no action taken by the board. Do I hear that motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded for executive session. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? It is unanimous.
Thanks, Eric, for coming along.
That's all set for you then? Thanks, Rick.
That's right.
Take care.
Can you just lock the doors and stay down here?
It's a different Zoom meeting.
See, I gotta walk around here and put the rest of my stuff.
What's that?
Do we need to go upstairs or just shut everything off? Oh, well, no.
Well, if
shut
we
everything
close it
off
down,
and
then the thing will have to start.
Then you gotta turn it all back on again.
Different Zoom meeting. That's what he meant.
Yeah, it would start out the new cycle on a Zoom meeting, so people are on.
There's Josh on there.
That was more on there.
Oh, is there?
is at 6. Sounds way off.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, Brent?
Oh, nothing much. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that. I'll be down here waiting with you. The board is still in executive session. I would give it another 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, once the sun started at 6.
Catching up to you, Cal.
Yeah. It didn't bother me. Gotta get the other one done? No, my other one, I think I did something to it. My one I already had done. Oh, no.
Are you, we're getting divorced or something? Does it say, Dear Janie?
Just FYI, I did not pull the door shut and then they see me, so I shut the lights off, but I didn't close up the office per se.
Boy, you're gonna be in the doghouse if we have to pay extra for air conditioning.
I'll run upstairs.
I may or may not have lit a fire in the waste basket.
What did you guys do up there?
Never mind. Executive session.
You're gonna find out here in a minute.
So we're out at 7:44.
I'm waiting for Kelly
Oh, where'd she go?
to bathroom, I think.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'll wait for Kelly, and I'll declare us out of executive session and back in open meeting. We do have one member that has taken a bathroom break. We'll wait before we get started. And Stephen is here. Hi, Stephen. Hello. How are you? Good. I'll wait for Kelly.
Come run upstairs and grab that off the chicken from
If you do something, oh, you're welcome. It's not that I haven't already had supper.
Okay, board clerk will give the report. I love doing that too. Okay, we're all here and we're all back. So, we had two questions to discuss in executive session. The second one, the town manager search, is the easiest one, I think, to deal with. VSA 3131A, town manager search. This is a discussion about contract and hiring a company, and which company, to do the work of searching for a town manager. And do I hear a motion to hire?
I'll do it.
Go ahead.
I make a motion to contract with Academic Partners in our town manager executive recruitment services. Do I need to put an amount in there? Up to $20,000. Is that enough?
Okay. Do I hear a second to the motion?
I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion on the motion?
It's a hand up online.
Who is it?
Zach V.
Zach B?
V is in Victor.
Zach V.
Hey, it's Zach Van Valkenburg. Two questions. Will there be community input? And is the money approved the ceiling or the floor? And by community input, I mean a similar process to the recent police chief search.
The presentation indicated that there would be, yes, a great deal of communication with the select board and the town meetings. They want to come in and they want to get a feel for what the town wants in the town manager. So I answer yes to that, and ceiling on the 20,000.
Okay.
Correct.
Well, communication and involvement, I think, are different. So is it just going to be, is there going to be a committee similar to the police chief, or is it going to be solely this company?
There will not be a committee. This company will do that job, and hold those meetings.
Okay, and what was the reasoning behind doing that, not similar to the successful chief of police search that we just did using Vermont League of Cities and Towns?
I don't want to answer that. I don't want to take that question myself. Who wants to answer that question?
I do not.
I'm sorry?
Could you repeat the question?
Zach, can you repeat the question?
Sure. So my question is, we just had some pretty good success with the process that we went through for the police chief committee with involvement from the Vermont Leagues of Cities and Town, who we already pay. So my question is, why was the decision made to use an outside company for $20,000 and not have direct community involvement? Meetings are great, but I think in this town there's a unique want for people to be directly involved with local town government. So I'm curious the reasoning behind why a company was chosen instead of a similar fact and search pattern that we just did with the police chief.
My understanding was that they expect to have a huge number of applicants vis-a-vis what's happened in other towns that are looking for, currently in town manager searches, and that they would do both the preliminary sifting through of, who do we not even need to bother to look at because was incomplete, they don't have the credentials, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. And they would then also do the deep background check. But they would give the select board maybe 2, I suppose. We could say, hey, narrow it down to 6 and then give that to us. And, I suppose if we wanted to, we could pull together a committee like we did and do the final, discriminating search ourselves. Was nothing that I heard in their proposal that would eliminate that possibility. So, is that what you all heard too?
Yeah, another similar thing that I saw was VLTC price points were pretty similar to these price points.
But Pracademics offers more. For the same price, the private company that we've chosen to go with offers more services than VLCT will for the same price.
Okay. And I presume that's in a presentation somewhere that we can request?
Yeah.
Okay, because my fear is that, an outside company coming in, there's already been some engagement through the community of people wanting to have input, similar to the police chief. And my fear is that an outside company coming in is not going to necessarily understand Weathersfield, but sounds like your guys' choice is made up. So I look forward to getting a copy of the presentation. Thank you.
And I do think that the company that we're hiring will fulfill those desires for you and for everyone. Any other questions? Any other discussion on the motion? Motion has been made to appoint Pragmatics, to award the contract to Pracademics Partners for a total not to exceed $20,000. All in favor?
$22,000.
$22,000. I thought the motion was 20.
22.
I amend my motion to say 22.
Sorry, gotta fix that number. It's 22. It's 21 something, up to 22.
I wasn't aware of what you guys were talking about in the executive session, so I didn't know if you guys limited it down to 20.
No, we didn't.
No, we
We
didn't.
didn't change it.
We didn't.
So it'd be up to 22,000.
Yeah.
Up to 22.
22,000.
So it's up to 22,000. And I do believe VLCT was 21, up to 21,000.
Yeah.
So it was only it was $1,000
$1,000
difference, which was not overlooked, but the amount of services was considerably different.
Yeah, the cost estimate on here was $21,625.
Okay, so first thing we're going to do is vote to amend the motion to $22,000. I need a motion to amend the motion for the amount of $22,000.
I make a motion to amend my motion to increase the ceiling to $22,000.
And I'll read second.
And motion's been seconded. Any discussion on that motion? That was an error. Brendan answered yes to 20,000, unaware of a discussion in executive session that didn't happen to reduce that. He thought we might have. So that summarizes that. The motion is made to amend the original motion from 20,000 to 22,000. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion to amend, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? The motion carries. The motion is amended to say up to $22,000.
And could I just make a comment that two of the references this consulting firm have given us are from the city of Montpelier and the town of Shelburne, where they conducted manager searches just recently in this year. So they do have experience in the state of Vermont.
Thank you. Any further discussion or comments on the motion?
Mr. Chair,
Joe?
I've just noticed that this is more for the people online, that somebody has typed something in the chats, but we can't see the chats here, so if anybody wants to talk to us, if you could please raise your hand so we know. Thank you. Or just speak up.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion to award the contract to Pragmatic Partners?
Academic.
Pragmatic. I apologize. I didn't memorize it. Pragmatic Partners to perform the town manager search responsibilities for an amount not to exceed $22,000. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? The motion carries. It's unanimous. That was issue number one. Issue number two is the interim manager role. And we have come to an agreement with some changes. And I don't know that we will go through all of those changes here out loud tonight, but we have them noted and we'll create a document that reflects those changes. Basically, it is a change, they're changes of, where did I do with it? Where did it go? Oh, it's right there. Hopefully I've got the right one. No, that's not it.
Here.
This, it's this one right here, I think. No, the clerk's gonna need that one. I'm sorry. Just a lot of paper spilling. So, I'm trying to fumble through organizing how to put this on the floor. Basically what we've done is gone through and the list of responsibilities.
Yep.
And we felt there were many in here that were either really unnecessary to put on their plate.
Yeah.
And some other things that we really want to see happen for sure. So the list of what were removed and stuff, I don't think is necessarily something we have to go over in open meeting, but a couple of the things that we really want to see happen, and I hope this, I mean, if they want these positions, this is what we want. Both need to attend select board meetings. All select board meetings. But in here it said attend committee, commissions, and select board under Suzanne, and that Josh would be attending work with the select board, preparing agendas and meeting materials.
For the benefit of the public, they have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, let's discuss this after the meeting.
Okay, that's fine, but I did want to make sure that that was out there, that both of them need to come to select board meetings. That's probably one of the most important things. There were a few others. We'll go through that list with
I
you.
think the discussion was about how we were going to transition, or who was going to serve as interim manager.
Yes.
And I'm not sure that we,
Oh.
do we need to explain what we have?
I told you I was struggling with how to put this on the floor, so you go ahead.
The agenda item is to discuss, I would assume, appointing an interim town manager, and after much discussion of our current town manager's recommendations of having two current staff people serve as co-interim town managers the select board has come to the decision that we are in favor of relying on these two staff people to serve as team leaders, that the select board will act as interim town managers, and both you and Tom Marsh, former town manager from Windsor, would be on call as needed to sort out any difficulties. All legal obligations will fall to you or to Tom Marsh as legal representatives of the town. But as far as keeping the ship afloat while we search for a replacement, we are comfortable with a modified list of duties for these two staff members to fulfill that obligation.
That consistent with
Yeah, I think that's,
what you're.
So we're agreeing with your proposal, but with some modifications.
Yes. Okay. All right, so,
Zach.
so we need to vote on that as well.
I'm sorry?
That Zach V has his hand up again, just so you know, Mike.
Hang on just a minute. Zach, I want to at least get to a motion on the floor before I open the floor for discussion.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. So let's get that motion on the floor. That motion would be to appoint Suzanne Terrell and Josh Campo as
Transition.
transition team leaders for the town of Weathersfield during the transition period. Do I hear that motion?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
And I knew there was going to be more coming. I was hoping
I
for
just
that.
thought maybe we should add that Brandon Gulnick and Tom Marsh would fulfill the roles, would be on call for legal or difficult situations, and that the select board in title would be the interim management team.
Yes, and there will be, this thing will be reduced into a workable policy with parameters and expenses and costs and all of that stuff laid out in it.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a busy motion,
Busy motion.
but do I have a second?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Zach?
Just want to make sure that I understand it right. So the town is going from one person leading its day-to-day operations to 8 people. Do I understand that correctly?
Sort of.
Yes and no, sort of.
Okay. Secondly, is Tom going to be compensated for his on-call?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so would Brandon. And that would be part of the policy that I was talking about towards the end of the motion, which is to set forth those compensations.
The select board will not.
What's
The
that?
select board will not be compensated.
No, the select board will
Select
not be
board is not
compensated. No, we don't get a change in that, what we do. We get to do it all for free, pretty much. So anything further, Zach? You still have your hand up?
Oh, yeah, I can lower that. I guess my question is, there's a funny saying, too many chiefs and not enough Indians. I just fear that some things are going to go a little haywire when you go from one person running town to, 8 people who have different varying opinions. But I guess we'll wait to see this policy to how that comes out. And then my other question is, what was the decision maker on not appointing a sole person?
The discussion focused on 2 people that exist here already that are very, very familiar with all the workings in the office and in the town. And we felt that they could continue to, quote, hold down the fort and kind of keep things just working the way they are as we work through this process of hiring a new town manager. The duties for each is what we were talking about that we went through and modified. There was a list given to us about what the responsibilities of each one of these persons would be. We reduced that down quite a bit because there was some stuff that just was not necessary to be on there. And to say that is to say that there are things that would be a full-time manager's responsibility, and that would be very true, but probably not things that are going to happen in the next 3 or 4 months or 4 or 5 months that we're going to have to worry about. And if we do, something like that comes up, that's when they would reach out to either Tom or Brandon, and starting with us, even before they do that, because we might have the answer as well. So it's not so much a matter of running things. The people in the office know their jobs and know their positions, and they're going to continue to do those things, with each being their own oversight, as opposed to giving authority to 1 or 2 other people that really resembles a town manager position. That's why we call them team leaders. They're really just kind of just keeping things flowing, keeping things working while we work through this thing. And we feel very comfortable that we'll be fine with this arrangement.
Mr. Chair, we have a question on the floor.
Oh, Steve, I still got a hand up from Amy Beth. Amy Beth, going to Stephen first in the room.
Okay.
This is post Brandon leaving. Is this what the time frame of this interim? If you could just point out when exactly, I forget what day his last day will be, but this would be from his last day to the hiring of someone else.
That is correct.
That's correct.
That is correct.
August 15th.
And Amy Beth?
Yeah, so I guess my question is, I have sent a number of emails to the town manager email and others in various capacities over the past month. And who shall I expect to hear from when there's 6 people in the mix? Will your plan outline sort of the chain of events and who will be monitoring things and how we will actually hear back from people, or will we need to come to the select board to bring our concerns?
That's a very good question. Let me go down through this.
It's not on the list.
I would say we add this under Josh Campo,
Dealing with.
down where we review employee complaints. That would be everybody's, basically. And from that, it needs to be brought, unless it's something he can handle, it needs to be brought to our attention here. Is that, so let me ask Brandon, where's the best link for that to happen?
In my opinion, that responsibility should fall under Suzanne.
Okay.
And I believe all resident communications should go to Suzanne and copy Josh Campo as well. So the day-to-day operations, if I'm understanding them correctly, will be handled by Josh and Suzanne. With modified duties and responsibilities, while the major decisions that a town manager would typically make would come to the select board for approval.
Yes.
So you got, reach out to Suzanne and copy Josh Campo, please.
Okay.
And can we make that announcement
And-
on the website for the public?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what about the emails that I previously sent? Should I forward those to them? But that's obviously not in effect until August 14th.
Which emails are you referring to?
The one about the accidents that keep happening in front of my house.
Okay, that email is directed to Mr. Stapleton, correct?
And you were copied, and Chief Watrous was copied, and nobody has responded to me.
Sorry, it was the first person on the email that you directed it to was Ray, so I wasn't aware that he hasn't responded yet. I'll talk to Ray tomorrow, and also Chief Watrous. And did you send any others?
Yeah, I don't need to discuss that now. I'll just reply again to all of them so they pop to the top of your box.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? Okay, so we do have a very long motion on the floor. Is there any further discussion on the motion? I did add the resident communication that we just spoke
Yeah,
spoke
that's
of.
very important.
Yep, that was a good question.
Yep.
Thank you, Amy, for that. Any discussion on the motion? Okay, we have a motion to appoint Suzanne Terrell and Josh Campo as the transition team leaders for the town of Weathersfield with a modified job description, responsibilities list. And will complete a compensation policy that accompanies that so that those things are understood on how any compensation will work here. Brandon, are you with us here?
Yeah.
The compensation for Suzanne and Josh per week, that is already set, correct? We did not change it.
Okay.
What was that?
$600 per week for Josh Campo and for Suzanne,
Okay, per week.
for a total of $1,200 per week.
And just so everybody has a base number, as we seem to still be in discussion as I'm trying to do a motion. The interim individual manager positions were $600 a day. And there was more than one. Okay. Motion is on the floor. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the motion carries. It's unanimous. And we will definitely keep an eye on all of this to hopefully keep things moving smoothly throughout the town. I believe that concludes. Did we have any other business on the agenda?
No, it's just as any other business.
Steve?
Big one thing.
Yeah?
I don't know if this was said, I was late to the meeting, but I want to voice a thank you to the fire, EMT, police, the road crews, anyone who dealt with last week's storm.
Oh, here, yes, thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
That was really bad. A lot of people would have been cut off getting out of their house, emergency services. Those guys, I believe, were already out, the fire department was already out on a call at 3 o'clock in the morning when everything came through. I think they pulled a 12-hour day of hard work. So they probably, like I said, everybody involved. It's not just the fire department, Chief Watrous, Ray, the road crew. Big thanks to them and everything they do. And this is what we pay for with our taxes, We may complain about it, but when they're there, when we need help, they're there. So thanks to
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you, Steve. And yes, kudos to everybody. So that was any other business. If there's any other.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion's been made to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
And I hope you'll all come on Saturday night to the summer evening with friends at the community house. Summer evening with friends?
Library fundraiser.
Tired?
Thank you for your.
I'm looking at 4:30. Wow.
So,
You have a husband on the road crew.
Yeah.
thank you, Steve, for that.
Thank you,
Sorry.
Steve.
We've been
I waited for an hour just to say that.
What?